right, kids. How's everybody feeling today? Hope you enjoyed the night flight with our good friend KC, Kenny Caraway last night. Great having Kenny on. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Creative Tony and I have been scrambling around quite a bit this morning, getting everything lined up and ready to rock, ready to roll. And I think we've achieved a pretty good place, a good operating mode to get this show started today. And by the way, when we start the show, Tony, I have a new edict. I'm dropping an edict on your egg right out of the gate. I don't normally come with edicts, but here comes one today. Tony, only because you're on top of it way more than I am. And I think you know, as the producer, you see stuff that I don't see on my side. I would like to start every show from this day. Let it be known from this day forward, the PMP community will announce the number of shows that we're on as we start. So, because I know you have that info. What's the number? Where are we today in the grand, the log of PMP base? Okay, where are we on PMP base? Let's start. What's the show number today, T?
PMP base episode 247. 247. Paulie, here we go.
All right, Niner numbers right out of the gate. 247. I'm going to break them up like this. I'm going to go 24. There's only one Harry Sidney, and I roll with Harry Sidney for life. Number 24. 1 Super Bowl rings with Joe Montana.
We're not jersey guys, but that's a jersey I would wear.
Sidney?
A 24 Sydney jersey, and that's a jersey I would rock.
Let me tell you something about Harry Sidney. That's a guy who he was a special teams guy. He would get in the backfield. He'd tote the rock if you need that. And this is my favorite thing of all time. I think he did this against the Packers. I might be wrong. I have to check, but my mind says Packers. Harry Sidney threw a touchdown pass to Jerry Rice. Bam. Okay.
That's right, dude. By the way, if I saw somebody rocking a Sydney 24 jersey, I would go up and just hug them immediately.
I would buy him a drink. I'd say, what are you drinking? It's on me. What are you drinking? That's all. You know what? There was a guy at Candlestick Park I used to see, speaking of obscure jerseys, and if you're out there, bro, show yourself. I would love to talk to you and have you on the show. So, Tony, you remember where I had my season tickets up in section 54? Yeah. There was a guy. He must have been like a friend of a friend because he wasn't there every week, but he would be there like 3-4 times a year. He'd show up for playoff games, and he was always wearing this, dude, a Jesse Sapullo Hawaii jersey, dude. Yeah. Do you remember that guy? Do you remember?
And by the way, new inductee into the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame, Jesse Sapullo, dude. So come on, respect. And Brandon Crawford, by the way. We didn't really talk about that last night. And I think yesterday was Brandon Crawford's birthday. So happy Brandon Crawford to the best defensive shortstop the Giants have ever had.
Hey, Tony, the wheels have already flown right off the vehicle. We haven't even started. I'm still trying to do jersey numbers. So let me go Harry Sidney 24 and I'll go Colin Kaepernick number 7. First 7 that pops into my mind. I'll ask you to do the same. 24s or a 2 and a 47, whatever you got.
I'll give you a 24. I got to go Ricky Henderson. It's just 24 for me. And Willie Mays.
We're going non-Niner teams now. I see. Okay.
I'm all over the map, dude. I got Ricky Henderson, Willie Mays, and then 24 Harry Sidney. Of course, you stole my Sidney. Yeah. Number 7, I got to go current Niner, Thomas Morstead, punter extraordinaire, Thomas Morstead, buddy.
I'll give it to you.
And then I got to flip.
One of the few 49ers not affected by the electrical currents from the substation. But Tony, go ahead. Yeah,
not yet.
Substation, dude. How about Paulie Mack and the Substation Blues? Like something like that. Like we got to bring this thing to life. The whole substation controversy. Yeah.
I don't think it's good that there's a substation right now.
I don't either.
It can't be good. It might not be bad, but it can't be good, right? So, but if you want to flip the numbers and go number 2 and then 47, I'm going to give 2 to a Darren Lewis. Remember D. Lou, Darren Lewis?
I like Darren Lewis. I was a Darren Lewis guy. I like D. Lou. Yeah.
And Brett Butler. Remember Brett Butler was number 2? Of
course.
And then I got to go 47. You can go currently with Bryce Huff for the Niners, or you can go John Lynch. 47.
This is an extensive numerical identification process. I got to barge in and charge the lane right now because I didn't know we were going non-Niners. Dom Peralta, this one's for you, Dom. This one's for you. Or any of you old school Giant heads.
You're going to take the one I was going to say, but go. Take it.
I don't think so.
Yes, I know so. I know so.
I'll give it to you. I defer.
No, I want to see if we're on the same page. Go.
Okay, because this is deep now. I'm going. This is a guy who used to ball with John Montefiusco, Ed Halicki, Jim Barr, Vita Blue. The man behind the dish with the stocky build, dude. Shout out. Ready? Mark Hill, Holmes. Mark Hill. And I'm not done. That's Mark Hill. That's Mark with a C. M-A-R-C Hill. He was our starting catcher in the mid to late 70s, dude. You got tons of Mark Hill all the time and then maybe every now and again, here comes the Sheik, Mark Sadek to relieve him. But it was Mark Hill, number 2, and that's MARC. Tony, go ahead.
I apologize, Paulie. That's not who I was thinking of.
I knew it. I told you.
I'm going to give you, first of all, there was Joe Price for the Niners, pitcher Joe Price.
Right.
And then you've got one of my all-time favorite Giants of, seriously, just there'll never be another shooter, Rod Beck, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's, you know what? You win the contest for today. Because that's my guy, dude. Rest in peace, shooter. The great Sons of Johnny LeMaster. Sons of Johnny LeMaster gifted me a home Giants jersey with Beck's name and number on the back. He gave that to me in 2010. And I don't know if you're out there today, Sons of Johnny Lee, but I love that thing. And I only bust that out on special occasions. So thank you very much. Oh, look at Dan. Oh, dude, NorCal Dan is checking in on Mark Hill. He says, catcher Mark Hill came on my show a few days ago and was talking 70s Giants. Dude, Dan, we got a lot to talk about, bro. I'm a 70s Giants head. I got to tell you right now, I'm just talking to Dan right now, Dan from NorCal Sports. Hope you're feeling better, by the way, brother. Look forward to big doings with Dan in the upcoming, in fact, starting next week, but we'll get to that later. Dan, check this out, man. I didn't know that you were having Mark Hill on your show. You and I need to talk 78 Giants, 1978 Giants. That's the year I fell head over heels in love with the Giants. They were in first place most of the season. They dropped off at the end. Dodgers won the division. Dodgers actually went to the World Series that year and did they lose to the Yankees in 78? Yes, they did. The Yankees won in 78, I want to say. Yeah, in any case, Dan, we have a lot to talk about. That was a long-winded way of saying we have a lot to talk about. And Dami Peralta, the Mark Hill shout-out, yes, that was for you. Tony, you're a little blurry. You might want to jump ship and come back.
You're speaking of real quick. I will jump ship, but I got to hit Dan real quick. Dan, if you want to follow Dan on social media at NorCal Sports NW, at NorCal Sports NW. That's Dan Coach Emilio's Twitter account. I was checking him out last night. He was talking Giants baseball, and he was asking for people to be patient. And it's a test of our patience this offseason. And it's been a test of our patience for the last few years, but just to be patient, to hang in there because stuff's coming. Go.
Tony, before you go, and I do want you to go, I want you to just stay with me while I riff on myself for a second. NorCal Dan is already correcting me. He goes, Paulie, I didn't say he came on. I said his name came up. Big difference. My bad. Hey, you know what though, Dan? Good enough, bro. Good enough, man. We'll talk.
Not everybody's rapping Mark Hill on their show.
Dude, no one's rapping Mark Hill except me, you, and NorCal Dan. So that's awesome, dude. He came up. That's good enough. Good enough for me. And Tony, you seem to have cleared up. You're fine. So I think you can
see, it's kind of like acne, Paulie. It just clears up at some point in your childhood.
Thank God. No, thank God. Rags, speaking of acne, don't know if you remember this one. True story, real quick. Rags and I show up for school one day. I think we're freshmen in high school, total nerds. And because we hadn't developed into our cool upperclassmen personas yet, we're still getting our asses kicked by all the upperclassmen. So Rags, do you remember? This is obscure footage right here, but do you remember when you and I rolled into school same day and we each had massive zits on the tips of our nose, dude, and we were like, dude, nice North Star. We called it the North Star. Do you remember that? We both had North Stars on the same day. I don't know if you remember that, but I do because I'm still traumatized. All right,
well, Paulie, how much of a relief was it to know that you had at least one other brother at school that was going through the same?
Thank God
you were going through. Yes,
thank God. Rags shielded me from all the abuse because I was like, dude, we look like a couple of clowns right now, dude, with big red noses.
Paulie, can I give a shout out seriously that helped me through my adolescence? I want to give massive love to an ointment called Retin A.
I remember that stuff. Yeah, I remember that stuff. Retin A. Yeah, it was like hyper strong medicine. Yeah, like tear half your face off in the process. Yeah,
I had the freaking Tetons going on my forehead for a little while, dude. Like I had to get Retin A in the mix. So shout out to Retin A. And man, my kids are starting to go through puberty, dude. And my daughter is younger than my son, but she seems to be ahead of the game, in maturation and in, puberty.
Development. Yeah.
So it's like, oh boy, here we go.
Oh, it gets nuts. It gets nuts. Get ready. Yeah. Strap everything down, dude. It's going to get spicy with the kids. Yeah.
Hey, we got a lot to get on the show today, Paulie.
I know.
So
I know we do. Yeah.
We got our episode 247 out of the way. Thank you for indulging us on that. I just want to give a rundown of the show. We've got our sponsors today. We got Tom Stack joining the sponsor, the partnership rotation today. We also wanted to talk about Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Shanahan news, Steve Kerr news.
Yeah.
We also, we have a new game that we're gonna introduce to the show that Paulie can explain later in the show.
Yeah.
Should I tease it with sound or wait for the sound for later?
Tease it with sound just because I love it so much. So the name of the game, I invented this a couple of nights ago in an Herbal Delish haze, but it seemed funny at the time, and we're going to try it out today. The name of the game is Right or Wrong, and who better to fortify that message than the Godfather himself? Here's Al Pacino.
Right or wrong?
Give it to me again. Give it to me again.
Right or wrong?
Again. One more.
Right or wrong?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we'll build a music bed to go with that, but for today, we'll just go with we'll go with Al Pacino. We're gonna play Right or Wrong for the first time ever. Tony, what else are we doing today?
We also wanted to dedicate the show today to and Paulie, just take it from here. We wanted to dedicate the show to our guy, our brother from another mother, our longtime colleague, and just dear, dear, dear friend. And he's in this Bay Area Sports Collective journey with us, and he's on YouTube, and he's doing the social media shows, but he hasn't been feeling well, and he's a little bit under the weather. So send your love, send your vibes, send all of your good mojo to our guy, Tom Tolbert, as we dedicate the show today to him, because he's not feeling too hot, and he's missed a couple Warriors broadcasts. And I'm like, if Tom's missing Warrior hoops, he's probably not feeling well. So just wanted to pass that on, Paul. You can take it from there, bud.
No, it's perfectly said. I mean, just know this, and because I know everybody in our audience loves Tom. We all love Tom, man. He is a Bay Area treasure, and he is probably, I mean, I don't even know. I don't have enough superlatives. I mean, I really don't. Like, Tom is so esteemed, and he's so respected, and he's so revered, and that goes for me and Tony, and we know him and we're friends with him, but we also love the work he does. So yeah, that's it, Stevie B. Just send out your positive vibes for Tom, because like Tony said, he's not feeling well, and he could use a little extra good vibes and good particles.
Send him the PMP particles. That's why we call the show Particles. Send them. We believe in them. We believe in energy. We believe in good mojo and good vibes. Send them to Tom. And Paulie, just like you, there are certain people that I credit where I am today in my career is because of you. It's because of Tom Tolbert, and it's because of Ralph Barbieri. You three, seriously, you three are massively responsible for me even being in front of this microphone right now and being at KBR for 28 years because of you three dudes. So thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Ralph. Rest in peace, Ralph. And dude, by the way, speaking of rest in peace, we've got some heavenly birthdays to get to later on in the show, and some really fun living birthdays to celebrate today too. One of them involves Patty from Napa, but even though it's not her birthday, it involves Patty. So
okay, Tony, also I do have to say this tonight real quick, you guys. We have, I'm just gonna, I mean, we don't need to like disguise this in any way, but Tony has a doctor appointment today, so we have to end the show right around 1 o'clock. It's gonna be a short show today because we got to get Tony off to his doctor. So
what I got to do, Paulie? I got to get my round 2 of the shingles vaccine. Shot.
Yeah. I've done it. It's I hope
who's done it. I hear it kicks your ass. So
it did. You know what's so bad? I didn't want to say that and get you all psyched out and stuff, but it did. Like, that's the one thing about the shingles, and I had to get a couple of them too. It sucks, and it kind of hurts. That shot actually kind of hurts. They go right into the muscle. Bam! How's that? and I recall the first shot. It kind of knocked me on my ass. I was really fatigued for a couple of days, but then I came out of it. You might be fine. You're an athletic young gentleman. You can be okay. But it did. It put me down for a couple of days. So
can I ask for a new method when getting shots? How about while you give me the shot in the arm, slap me in the face so that hurts worse than the shot?
Speaking of slapping people in the face, can you go pull that thing out of bookmarks real quick if we're talking face slaps? Because I found this a couple of nights ago, stuck it in bookmarks. Just pull it out real quick. We don't have to do a whole bookmark thing. But, dude, I got footage of a Jacksonville Jaguar player. I'm actually forgetting his name. It's not even really that important.
Henderson. It's Henderson.
Okay, Henderson. Yeah. I want you to see his pregame psych me up routine with one of his assistant coaches. It's nuts. And I saw. All right, here we go. Let everybody blow this up, Tony. Get this going. Okay.
Make sure the volume's hot too.
You want to talk slaps in the face? This is the tone setter right here.
Give me this while you're giving me the shingle shot today. Here we go.
Oh, Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe. Thank you, baby. Thank you. You making blood come from my damn mouth. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You gotta make blood come to the mouth. You can't just smack me and don't hit me hard. That's bullshit. When you hit a mother, you hit that mother. Let's kick their ass, mother. Kick their ass. Let's go.
This is why, this is why I don't belong on an NFL field. I got one more time, dude. The whole thing. Look at my guy, dude. Shout out. Yeah.
By the way, real quick, look at the face of the trainer. Like, he's almost scared. Like, are you sure you really want me to?
He's terrified. What if a reflex kicks in and he starts throwing haymakers? I mean, this guy's done. No, he's terrified. His eyebrows are raised, totally defenseless posture. Let's do it again. Roll it back one more time. It's too good. Yeah.
Oh, Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe. Ah!
That ain't good enough. Dude, that ain't good enough.
I don't know which slap I like better, the first or the second.
I like the first. I'm a connoisseur of this clip. I've watched it 100 times. I like the first because of the grunt. He's like, oh, like the sound
the secondary.
One more time. Just give it 2 slaps. We can stop there.
There we go.
Oh, Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe. Ah!
Dude, there's something about this clip that reminds me of Rags. I can easily see Rags doing this before he leaves the house. Smack, punch, slap me in the face. You know what I mean? Bam. He do it again. Bam. You know, there are guys like this.
Dom Peralta in the chat says, Tony, please save that slap sound, dude.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. It's too good. Oh, the grunt, bro. It's all about the grunt. Okay. Thank you for the this date in face slapping history. Other updates for the show real quick, and then we'll do a Tom Stackad, our very first one. I want to say that I had a little bit of a back and forth today with our very own Noemi, Lady Catalina, and she is now in place to join us next Friday as our special musical assignment guest sponsor. So Noemi, she's scheduled for next week. We're going to do the assignment tomorrow. I want to get this out there right now since it's going to be a shorter show today. And I don't want to forget, pardon me. I want to say that Tony and I talked about this on the phone earlier today, and we were thinking about like, what do we do for these championship games, AFC, NFC? What do you want to do with this? We got to tie some kind of theme in for the music assignment. And Tony just said, let's do a simple, man. NFC only, songs either about Los Angeles and Seattle or bands or musicians from Los Angeles or Seattle.
Like we talked about last night, there's a slew to choose from. So you got this. Should bring out some good ones. This should bring out
and just do one of each. Give me one song from LA or about LA, and give me one song from Seattle or about Seattle. Seattle musician, Seattle band, LA musician, LA band. There's hundreds of them. So enjoy, have fun with this thing. I might. Well, I don't want to show my hand.
Polly, do you want to? This is live production, by the way. We're doing, or do you want to just do one song from who you're rooting for or who you are pulling for?
No, let's do one of each. Let's do one of each.
It's going to be a big list. It's going to be a big list. That's all I'm saying. So if you're going to email in pollyspod@gmail.com, please keep it to one song, because then we won't be able to get to all of them if we're going to do a song from each as LA and Seattle. So one song from each, and we'll get to them tomorrow. That'll be fun, man. And Troll Jam again. Sons of Johnny the Master got me this hat, so thank you, Sons.
He's a charitable guy, dude. Sons travels the world. He sends gifts all over the place. I love Sons of Johnny Lee. My man Stevie Groshel's out here. What did he say? He goes, if anybody submits "I love LA," they're kicked off the show forever. I'm with you on that one too. Yeah. I love LA. We love it. I hate the whole thing, dude.
I mean, it sucks too because I like Randy Newman. But you know,
Randy Newman rules. And just so you know, I would think most people know this. That song, it's sarcastic. He's actually like making fun of Los Angeles in that song. They trumpet it like it's some kind of anthem, but that was really Randy Newman poking fun at the whole LA, culture. Really.
And Paulie, there's no better musical tradition in all of sports, in my humble opinion, than playing "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" after the Giants win at Oracle Park.
That's a good one.
When I'm with my kids or when I'm by myself, I stay until the entire video montage and the song is done, because it is just a wonderful tradition that they should have been doing forever, even since the song came out. But it's just, I'm so glad that is now a tradition. And
a lot of people don't know this, Tony. I'm going to reveal this on the air right now. The 49ers, the organization, they've actually reached out to me, and they're like, hey, Paulie, we love what the Giants do with, I Left My Heart in San Francisco. We love what the Giants do with the 7th inning stretch when the lights go down in the city. They're like, can you help us? Is there something you can give us that we can play after games. So I'm working on a track. I'm going to reveal it right now. Tony, it's a spinoff of When the Lights Go Down in the City. This one's called When the Lights Go Down in the Substation.
Nice.
And the sun shines on the bay. I'm working that one up right now. We're going to send it into the Vi, and they're going to play. We'll have Uncle Paul play that over the PA as the crowd is filing. When the lights go down in the substation, bwah, 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 and the tendons are snapping by the bay.
I mean, it should be like When the Lights Go Up in the substation. And Paulie, also, you know what? It shouldn't be a problem either, because there's so many songs about Santa Clara to choose from as a tribute when the Niners win. So pick a song about Santa Clara, and they can do that, turn that into a new tradition. All those songs about
I'd be willing to bet a pretty large sum of money, which I really don't have, but I can maybe scrap something together. I would bet a large sum of money that a song has never been written about Santa Clara by any artist in the history of recorded music. I don't think there's a single line, not a reference, not a guy wearing a Santa Clara hat, like nothing. I don't think there's a single track out there, not even a mention.
We have a song about San Jose, at least. Do you?
We got San Jose, we got a million San Francisco, but you're not going to find, even Monterey gets some love once in a while musically, but I don't think you're going to find any Santa Clara.
Paulie, I don't know if this is about the Santa Clara, but you know the band The National, who Bobby Weir was friends with.
I know The National very well. I know them very well. They're out of Brooklyn, New York. The National, yeah, they're all hipsters. They're all these hipster guys. I know The National, yeah.
Dude, they have a song called Santa Clara.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen, all bets are off now, man. All bets are off. I didn't think we were getting okay. Who would have thought a band from Brooklyn, New York is writing a song about Santa Clara? Makes no sense. All right. Tony, here's what we're going to do. I want to do our first ever spot for Tom Stack and his realty business. And then I want to talk about this whole Steve Kerr thing, because it's bubbling up big time. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen the stories. Warriors going back at it tonight. We asked you to send your good energy and particles and vibes to Tom Tolbert, and we're going to talk about that right after this. Our newest sponsor, we are so happy to be partnered up with this gentleman. He is Tom Stack with Coldwell Banker Realty. A lot of you met him on the show a couple of days ago. We brought him on. He talked a lot about Bob Weir and his connection and relationship with the band, because it goes way, way, way back. Tom, if you missed it, and you're a Grateful Dead fan, you can go back, pull up the show from Tuesday. We did like a half hour, 40 minutes with Tom. I didn't know it was going to go that long, but we did. We just got into it. And, he talked about seeing the Grateful Dead at Winterland, man, when he was a student at SI in the 70s, like really cool stuff. But professionally, Tom is, I would say, and I think you got a lot of, well, first of all, the ladies love Tom. We saw that the other day. And one thing I think it's good for a good message to get out to the audience is that Tom is what we like to call a relational agent. In other words, he's a people person. He's very, very personable, and he's very, very trustworthy. That's the thing. He's got a big heart, and he's been in the business over 20 years. So think of it this way, when it's time to buy a home, whether it's your first home, your second, your third, your fourth, whatever, it's time to talk to Tom. Think of it like that. When it's time to buy a home, it's time to talk to Tom. Listen, he will give you the proper guidance and assistance, because this is one of the biggest decisions you could ever make in your life. Tom knows that. He understands that, and he respects your time, respects your budget. And if you are looking, or you're interested, or you've got a family and you're like, we got to move out of the city, I'm thinking about moving to the East Bay, Tom handles properties in Moraga, Lafayette. They call it La Marinda, Tony. Jot that down. La Marinda. Yep. Moraga, Lafayette. Of course, Orinda, Martinez, Walnut Creek, that whole corridor out there, that's Tom's territory. And if you are thinking about looking at properties, or you're already in the process, talk to one of our very own, Tom Stack. You see the slogan right there? I'll treat you like a rock star. True story. Shout out Sly Stone. Everybody's a star. Everybody's a star. Little Sly Stone for you. But yeah, Tom is waiting for your call, so reach out and start the conversation with Tom at your convenience, 925-878-9964. And Tony, I think that you will be very pleased if you do have that initial contact and discussion with Tom Stack. I think you're going to be very pleased with the kind of person that he is. They're going to be very pleased with how much he cares about the Bay Area and wants his customers to be in the best possible scenario. Tom Stack, Coldwell Banker Realty. Tony, so thrilled to have him on the PNP family. Really am.
Dude, Tom brings over 20 years of sales, marketing, and licensing experience in the rock and roll industry, dude, and the merchandise industry of rock and roll to real estate, dude. And he also, Paulie, he worked directly with Carlos Santana. He worked directly for the Grateful Dead. And it all began by selling t-shirts in dead lots going across the country.
Yeah.
Then he got the marketing and licensing merchandise to over 600 stores in the US, Europe, and Japan.
Yeah.
So the guy knows what he's doing, and the guy cares, and he's worked with, that's the whole slogan. He's worked with rock stars, so he wants to treat you like a rock star. And look, like, the proof is in the pudding too, because people rave about Tom, and there's reviews about him on his website at tomstack.com. You can check it out.
Nice.
And again, we partner with people that care about people and taking care of people. Tom is another person, just like Carlos De La Fuente, just like Dr. Matt Young, just like Neil Donardi, just like Dominic Peralta. They all care about taking care of people and making sure people have a good experience. Tom Stack, same exact vibe. So like Paulie said, if you're looking at buying a home, selling a home, especially in that area in the East Bay, the La Miranda corridor, 925-878-9964, or email Tom.
Yes.
Tom.stack@cbnorcal.com, Paulie.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tom. We're thrilled to have you on board. Last thing I'll say about Tom today is just another accolade for Tom. He was actually named the Business Person of the Year in 2023 from the Lafayette Business Chamber. So Tom has obviously had a lot of success. He's a polished professional. But again, I want to emphasize he's a really good dude. He's been a friend of mine. Honestly, Tony's known Tom his entire life because Tom used to run with Paul Tonelli. They were like SI kids together back in the day. And so Tony kind of grew up with Tom around. I met Tom, I don't know, maybe 15, 16, 17 years ago, seen a bunch of Dead shows with him. He was a very close friend of Bill Walton, so I got to know Tom through Bill as well. Anyway, you're going to love Tom Stack. You're going to love what he can do for you, so reach out to Tom Stack with Coldwell Banker Realty and start shopping for your new home today. Okay.
You know, I just thought of something, Paulie, too, and we can talk about this in our Carlos De La Fuente spot later in the show, but Carlos and Tom need to join up and maybe talk to each other and see if they can work together. So
no question. In fact, on that note, it's so funny. I owe you a call. I don't even know if Los is out there today. I haven't seen him, but Los D, I owe you a phone call. Sorry, bro. Things got away from me yesterday, but he was saying the same thing. He was like, yeah, I would love to talk to Tom. So yeah, we'll hook those guys up for sure. Now, here's my question. Should Steve Kerr call Tom Stack? You see what I'm saying? Does Steve Kerr need to call? Hey, Tom, I heard you sell houses. I might be in the market at the end of this year. Tony, let's address it, dude. It's the biggest story probably in the Bay today, that I guess some assistant coaches did a little bit of talking, and the news is now leaked that inside the building, it's become, I don't know if I want to call this a rumor. I guess maybe you can call it a point of fact, that it is now being pointed out that this could be Steve Kerr's last year in Golden State, according to some anonymous sources inside the building. Tony, your thoughts on that, and what is that? I mean, because that so many dominoes would fall if Steve Kerr left, because I've maintained this for a very, very long time, that I really do believe this. I don't think Steph Curry, I just have a hard time with this idea that Steph Curry would want to play for another head coach at this point in his career. I just have a hard time. And same with Draymond Green. Like, who wants to take on Draymond Green at this point in his career? Like, Steve Kerr is the Draymond whisperer. They've been through so much together, good times, bad times, high times, low times. Steph Curry being the crown prince of the Bay Area. Like, again, I don't know what this would mean for the rest of the team and the future, this whole Kuminga thing. And now you hear Joe Lacob is maybe not thrilled with the way Kuminga's been treated. Tony, I want your reactions on this. If Steve Kerr really does leave at the end of the year, what does that mean in a broad sense?
Paulie, I got to shout out. Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day. Is that Club Nouveau?
No, I want to say, Tony, that might be, is it Cameo?
I think it's Club Nouveau, dude.
Look at all these rumors.
Wow.
Who was
it? It's the Timex Social Club.
Oh wow, neither of us got a Timex Social Club. Wow. Hey, well, they gave us that one great track. Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day. What about the rumors? So finish your thought.
Noemi knew that. She knew it was the Timex Social Club. That's going deep, Noemi. That's impressive. But Paulie, I maybe this is just blind faith or just stupidity that I'm just.
Shout out Blind Faith, Stevie Winwood, great record. See You Joy, Can't Find My Way Home. Presence of the Lord. Can't recommend it enough. If you don't have the Blind Faith record, definitely go out and get it. It's phenomenal. Anything with Stevie Winwood, I'm automatically interested. Tony, go ahead. Sorry.
100%. And Carlos De La Fuente, hell yeah. Club Nouveau has a great song, Jealousy. They also have, a lot of Club Nouveau, underrated, by the way. Paulie, back to the matter at hand, back to the lesson at hand, is that I refuse to believe it because maybe I think if this because this leaked out, I could see why Kerr is thinking that this is coming to the end, but I could also see Curry and Draymond and Butler and other people saying, "Hey, Steve, we get that you're at the end. You're coming to the end. How about let's just give it one more go round next season?" And Steve Kerr can make it known to Joe Lacob. Steve Kerr, and then maybe Curry says, "Steve, I'm going out when you're going out." You know what I'm saying? So
and I'm listening. I'm just pulling something up. Keep talking. Go.
And they can plan it as like their grand exit, right? I don't think he would. I hope he doesn't leave at the end of this year. Especially the Butler injury was such just a kick to the junk, man, for the whole team.
Perfectly said, dude. A kick to the junk, and nobody wants to get kicked in the junk. Maybe Kanicki, but I don't know anybody else. You know.
Wow, dude. I mean, maybe Kanicki. Nice.
Well, actually, no, I confused that. What I meant I should have said maybe Danny Zuko, because when right before he goes into Stranded at the drive-in, Olivia Newton-John slams the door on his junk. The car door on his junk, and he's like, "Oh!" and he falls over. You remember that? Like more adult humor for the kids at that time. But anyway, Danny Zuko's taking a few shots to the junk. But finish your thought.
Oh, shout out Zuko. So I'm saying that I think that there's truth to this news because it's coming from in-house. But I can see where Steve is wanting to wrap it up sooner than later, of course. But I'm hoping that this is like, okay, this is like an alert that Steve is getting towards the end, and then the players can actually have a heart-to-heart with each other and with Steve and say, okay, we get that this is your last go around. Let's give it one more huge effort next season, and then maybe Joe Lacob can do things in the offseason to acquire players, knowing that it's the swan song for Steve Kerr and Steph Curry.
Like what you're saying, essentially what you're saying, Tony, is it would be like the Golden State Warriors version of The Last Dance. With the Chicago Bulls, which they actually announced that. They said, this is our last day. They actually used those words when they knew it was going to be Phil Jackson's last season. By the way, Jerry Krause, nice move. Nice move. Let's get rid of Phil Jackson. What's he ever done? You know what I mean?
And by the way, dude, Dom Peralta, the last splash, dude. That's just, come on, Dom. That's beautiful.
Bro, phenomenal. Not only do I love that, there's Dom Peralta's creativity flying right there. Dude, I'll tell you something else about the last splash. That's the name of a great record by the Breeders, who they had that one hit Cannonball, which was a great bass line. Dude, when I saw Nirvana, the Breeders opened and they were freaking fantastic. The Breeders were great. All right, Tony, let me read to you directly from NBC Sports Bay Area. So we have like an official word on this. Now, this is a piece that came out this morning. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to read quotes from Tristy Rodriguez. She's the one who posted this story. Here we go. I'm only going to read you paragraphs. Don't worry. Uncertainty has been a common theme hovering over the Warriors this season, and now it's been amplified with Jimmy Butler's season-ending ACL injury this week. Now, longtime Warriors coach Steve Kerr's future with the organization appears to be heading toward an amicable split more than ever before. Final thoughts right here. With Kerr in the final year of his current contract, several assistant coaches, quote, have been operating under the premise that Kerr will not return to Golden State next season. That's the gist of this whole thing. Now, you're talking about a last dance, a last splash. Great, phenomenal phrase right there, Dom. Yeah. Here's the thing. I said this a couple of nights ago, and we just kind of brushed it off and everything. I was saying, dude, it might be time for them to really pursue Giannis and get his ass out of Milwaukee. Now, I'm not the only one saying this. Reggie Miller was online a couple of nights ago. Did you see Reggie's thing? He was like, if I'm Steph Curry, this is what Reggie Miller said. He goes, if I'm Steph Curry, I flip through my Rolodex and I call Giannis right now and I try to lure him out here. Then I turn on ESPN this morning. Giannis yesterday unloaded at the press. He's like, look, we're not playing well. There's no team unity. There's no, like Giannis just
he's not happy at all. He's not happy at all.
At all. But here's the thing. The Bucks have maintained relentlessly that they have no intention of trading Giannis. However, If I'm Joe Lacob, I move heaven and earth to make that happen because suddenly you would have. I mean, first of all, you got one of the best players in the NBA, top 10 player, easily top 10, maybe top 5. And what that would change the complexion of the entire season. Now, again, I don't know how real that is or how much is behind that. But, Tony, how would you react to something like that? And, yes, they'd have to give some pieces up. Give them Kuminga. Give them pods. Give them whatever you need to give them to get a talent like Giannis. Go ahead, T. What are your thoughts on that?
100%.
Yeah.
You would do what you need to do to get him. And if can you imagine Curry's reaction if all of a sudden Giannis is coming to the Dubs? I mean, and Draymond too. I mean, it would be epic. And Joe Lacob, if there's ever an owner that would like get creative and make something happen, it's Lacob, because he knows, man. He knows that we talk about the Niners window kind of closing, although Casey shed some good light last night about how it's closing for certain players, but not closing for the entire team. The Warriors window of this run, is definitely closing. And Steph Curry, I know that he could play, I don't know, 3 more years, whatever. I just appreciate him every night on the floor now, because you just never know. And you hope and pray that he's healthy and remains healthy the rest of his career, but you just never know, especially with age. So if you could get something like Giannis and knowing that this is like Steve Kerr is making it known, it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
It would be a game changer. It would suddenly, I believe, kind of elevate the Warriors into a serious a contender. I mean, I don't think there's any real debate about anything like that. And I think what the Warriors need, I think they need a significant move like this, not little pieces here and there, guys that are going to play, minutes off the bench. They need a game-changing moment here, because everything Tony just said is 100% accurate. You really have to look at these, and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to appreciate Steph Curry every time I watch him on the floor, because we will never see the likes of him again, ever. When he goes,
go ahead. No, go finish.
No. I'm finished. Go. You go, T. Go.
I just saw. Well, Mark Graves, who we love on the show, just said something that he heard he heard something about Giannis to the Lakers. Right there. Okay,
that's going to be LeBron. Who wants to go play? Honestly, if I'm Giannis, do I want any part of that mess? No way, dude. I don't want any. You know what? You guys, you do your thing in LA. The Genie Bus and LeBron and enough. It's a soap opera. If I'm Giannis, I'm looking at Steph Curry and Jumpin' Joe Lacob and the wonderful, just the whole culture of the Bay Area.
Exactly, dude. Giannis would love living in the Bay Area. I feel
he'd freaking love it. He would love it. And then you got Joe Lacob.
Just don't send him to Santa Clara, Paulie. Just don't send him to Santa Clara.
No substations for Giannis. So anyway, that's a big story, Tony. Only because the clock is taking big time today. Let's slide right into a Carlos De La Fuente spot.
Before we do that, can I just give love to your reference to the Rolodex? Because the Rolodex is like. Forever.
I got news for you. That was a quote. That's what Reggie Miller said. That was a direct Reggie Miller quote. He goes,
said the word Rolodex?
100%. That was a direct quote. He said, if I'm Steph Curry, I'm taking out my Rolodex and I'm looking for Giannis's phone number. That was a Reggie Miller quote, but I appreciate the riff. Yes.
Oh, dude. And because we all had Rolodexes when I KNBR. There was like a shared Rolodex that was like, the one. Like, look at that thing. Can you see that thing?
Oh, God bless America. Dude, they cost $35, $55 for a freaking Rolodex. Are you nuts?
That is hilarious.
Are these people aware of the fact that there's competition now? All cell phones have a contact list. Like, you don't even need these things anymore. Right. Even I know that, and I'm the least technical savvy guy you're ever going to meet. Dude, if my contacts are contained in my phone, trust me, you don't need a Rolodex anymore. You just don't.
Dude, shout out Dan Coach Emilio, NorCal Sports. I have a Rolodex on my desk now. Beautiful, Dan.
You know what? I got to tell you,
Paulie, when we were at KNBR as producers, there was one massive Rolodex. And whenever you got a number, you filled out the card and you put it in there. And there were days like, hey, where's the Rolodex? Where's the Rolodex? I can't find the Rolodex. I need to call Bill Walton. I need to call whatever.
Totally.
Dude, it was crazy. But it was this massive inventory of numbers, and so I just had to give love to the Rolodex.
By the way, I don't want to say this too loud. I'll use hushed tones. Do you remember when you and I were on the ticket together? We're doing that morning show, dude, and we were supposed to have a Bill Walton interview, and then he was in that hotel. Do you remember that whole bit?
Oh yeah.
Gonna leave it right there. But you remember
there was a robe involved.
Well, there might have been a towel involved. I mean, who knows what was going on right there. But anyway, Tony, a little moment for me and you right there. Walton in the hotel room. Where's his number in the Rolodex? I remember that morning. That was an interesting morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
I didn't even know Walton back then. Didn't know him at all. I was like 10 years away from even meeting him and shaking his hand. But I remember that whole incident. Yes.
I'll do this too. Before we get to Carlos De La Fuente, thank you, Robot Centaur and the Robot Centaur Sports Desk. It's official. Robert Saleh has signed his 5-year deal with the Tennessee Titans. Very interesting signing for the Titans because they have a defensive guy coming in for where they need to focus on their offense and their new quarterback, who, by the way, the Titans played good ball towards the end of the season.
They did. They were coming on, actually. Yes.
Yeah. And I think Cam Ward is good. I think he'll be the real deal. I really do. But you brought a defensive-minded coach in. The Titans averaged 16 points a game last year, dude. So they need offensive help as well. So I don't know. It's an interesting signing, and Saleh just jumped at the offer. So I don't know.
I gotta be honest. I'm going to be a petty little B right now. A petty little B because I'm a very emotional guy. You say the wrong thing to me at the wrong time, I'm upset for like a month. I got to tell you right now, I'm not thrilled with Saleh right now. I'm not. I'm really not. And I love him so much, and I'm kind of pissed at him, man. I just for interviewing at all 2 days before a playoff game, dude, I just didn't appreciate that. Especially after he said, I won't take interviews till Sunday, and then he took them on Thursday. I'm not saying that's the reason the 49ers lost the game. And I did say, to be fair to myself, I called myself a petty little B before I said that. So I realize I know, but I'm like that sometimes. I hold a grudge, and you know what? Good luck in Tennessee, Saleh. But you know what, bro? I could have used your full attention last week. I'm just saying. That's all.
100%, man. This is obviously hindsight being 2020, but now knowing that he was like interviewing during the week of the
man.
And knowing that he was dealing with second and third stringers and a lot of injuries, like, was he kind of 1 foot out the door already?
Yeah, he's like calling teams back.
You know what? I will take that interview right now. Give me a call.
Like, yeah, he's just like, rescheduling stuff. By the way, speaking of coordinators flying around, I should check on my friend Rags. How are you doing today, Rags? Knowing and reading right now that the Dallas Cowboys have just agreed to a deal with Christian Parker as their new defensive coordinator, who comes from the Eagles. How you doing with that, Rags? That's going to melt down your whole world, I would think, unless you like the guy. I don't know. But then,
oh, sorry.
I just want to say real quick, that's the guy who was supposed to be scheming up against the Niners, and the Niners just like blitzkrieg their asses a couple of weeks ago. So anyway, I'm just saying, welcome to Dallas. There he comes. He's on his way. All right, Tony, we got to get Losti in because I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you.
Okay, and all I just want to say is you mentioned the Eagles, dude. It seems like that they're having a hard time finding an offensive coordinator because people don't want to come and work for Sirianni, dude. How funny is that, man?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I was reading Rags' note. Go say it again.
They're having a hard time finding an offensive coordinator or interviews for an offensive coordinator because people are it's not exactly an ideal situation coming to work with Sirianni.
I almost think you can read the writing on the wall in Philly. I think this could easily be Sirianni's last year as a head coach in Philly coming up. Unless they do something unexpected and they get hot again and they win their division and have a deep playoff run, I think Sirianni, they're going to probably make it. You can feel it coming. You can see that there's not a lot of harmony in their locker room, on their sidelines. He's been the butt of so many jokes. It's the way he handles himself is clownish. And I don't know that they're going to keep him around. Robot Center, you feeling that? Yeah, I think the clock's taking on Sirianni in Philly.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. God, there's so much turnover. So we'll see what happens. That's why I appreciate Kyle freaking Shanahan. Can we? The finalist for Coach of the Year, by the way, Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, and I know. See, this is the thing. When we do a shorter show, we get problems. We got like an overflow thing happening because we haven't even talked about CMC. He's an MVP finalist again, and he's the only non-quarterback on the list. Let me see. Where's my list? Dude, I got so much crap on my desk today.
While you're looking for your list, I'm going to say he's the first NFL player to ever be a finalist for the MVP, a finalist for the Offensive Player of the Year, and a finalist for the Comeback Player of the Year. First ever to be a finalist in all three in the NFL in NFL history, man. So dude,
I like you going, hey, while you're looking for your list, I found my list. I got it right here. Here's the list. Chris McCaffrey joins Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, and Matt Stafford as an MVP finalist. Now, I don't think he's going to win the award. I I think Matt Stafford or Drake May is probably going to win this award. I don't think it's going to be Josh Allen. Trevor Lawrence didn't do quite enough. He had a nice season down there, but not really enough. I think Drake May or Stafford, probably Stafford at the end of the day. But
I would say Stafford because of his age. Like he's doing it at this age.
He had a freaking amazing season. I'm not even a big Stafford guy, but I got to acknowledge
your Rams fandom's really coming out this week. It's good.
What did I say? I just said I'm not a big Stafford guy. I just said that. Listen to me. But you got to acknowledge, man, he had a hell of a season. But here's my question. When was the last time, and I need Robot Centaur's help on this at the PNP Sports Desk. Help me out. Yeah, Paulie's Rams. Let's go. When was the last time a non-quarterback won the MVP award? I'm forgetting right, and I need some help with this one. Because I believe last year Saquon Barkley should have been the MVP. If you look at the actual definition of that award, he's the most valuable player on the team. Where would the Eagles have been last year without Saquon Barkley? He basically carried them offensively, and you saw the difference this year when they didn't use Saquon as much for whatever the reasons. The Philly offense was nowhere near the level they were 2 years ago, and they wound up winning the Super Bowl. So I think Saquon should have got it last year. They have this fetish now. It's like always going to a quarterback. Do you have the list, Tony?
I just looked it up. So I'm seeing that it's Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Come on. There's other players on the field. It's not just
listen to this. It goes. I'm gonna just go back, starting in last year, 2024, and I'm gonna go back. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Rodgers 21, Rodgers in 2020, Lamar Jackson 2019, Mahomes 2018, Brady 2017, Matt Ryan 2016, Cam Newton 2015, Aaron Rodgers 2014, Peyton Manning 2013, Adrian Peterson 2012, and then it goes back to quarterbacks again. Then it's LT LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006.
Ooh, I forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah, Sean Alexander in 2005. So you had back-to-back running backs those 2 years. But man, it's mostly quarterbacks. Marshall Faulk in 2000, Terrell Davis in 98.
Oh yeah. Wow. But I just think it's kind of become almost like a cosmetic thing. Let's give it to a quarterback. It's like nonstop quarterbacks. But for me, again, I would have gone Saquon Barkley if I had a vote last year in a heartbeat. He was obviously the MVP in my eyes. Yeah. And I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen. We all love Josh Allen, but
also probably most valuable player to your team. Saquon was absolutely the most valuable player for the Eagles last year. They don't win that championship without Saquon Barkley last year.
100% agree with you. There are other players on the field. Here's an even better question. If you can, let's do this real quick because we're getting real late here. I got to go to Losty. Tony, if you have that list in front of you, and I don't know the answer to this, I can take a guess and maybe say it happened in the 80s with Lawrence Taylor. When was the last defensive player to win an MVP? I'm pretty sure LT won one. Right, you guys? Didn't Lawrence Taylor win an MVP?
Lawrence Taylor in 1986, Paulie. Lawrence Taylor in 86. Yeah. Other than that, I'm looking. Wow, dude. Jeez, man. Lawrence Taylor. Was Burt Jones in 1976 a defensive player?
No, he's a quarterback. He was a quarterback.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, Lawrence Taylor, that's it.
See? And that to me is like kind of disrespectful. Maybe they should start doing an offensive defensive MVP because Lawrence Taylor in 86 was an unstoppable force of nature. I remember that season very, very well. They won the Super Bowl that year, the Giants. But I think that it should happen more often. By the way, hey, Little Jay, been meaning to shout you out for a while. I love that you saw the Breeders in Hawaii last year. I freaking love that, dude.
Whoa, that's rad.
Yeah, because I go, dude, it was a great show and everything when I saw him in the 90s. And he goes, dude, they still rock. I saw him at the Eddie Vedder thing. What's it called? The Ohana Festival or whatever? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Ohana Festival down in Southern California. It's really rad.
That's in Cali?
Yeah, it's down on the beach near San Clemente down there.
Oh, okay. Why are we not going to that? What's our problem?
A great question, Paul.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Just life.
I know. I'm getting sick of life sometimes. I'm getting sick of life getting in the way of me seeing gigs. You know what I mean? Because I need to see gigs. By the way, speaking of gigs, we're all over the road. My fault. Tony, we're not going to get to right or wrong today. I can tell you right now, it's just not going to happen. We don't have enough time. We don't think we're going to have enough time. Give me some.
Paulie, hold on. Are we going to get to right or wrong today?
Right or wrong?
Louder. I need it louder and more often.
Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Hell yeah. I don't know if anyone's going to like the game as much as I do, but we're going to play it. At some point, we're playing right or wrong. Right, Pacino?
Right or wrong?
Right or wrong? That later day.
That's Godfather 3 Pacino, by the way, which is amazing, dude. That's so good. Great poll, man.
Yeah, I pulled it out. All right. So anyway, we'll do right or wrong tomorrow. I just don't have enough time right now. Tony, Carlos De La Fuente at Flex Funding, for the love of God, let's give the guy his due. You know what I mean? No.
Yes, and no. I just want to say I saw the people asking about Ray Lewis in the chat. Did he ever win an MVP? He won the Super Bowl MVP in 2001, and he won an NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2000. And in between winning the Defensive Player of the Year award and winning the Super Bowl MVP, he was allegedly found in the trunk of a car naked. But we won't get into that.
I mean, dude, when you're in the trunk naked, we got a few things we got to talk about. Let me ask you this, Tony. We're going to play everybody's favorite fun game. Name every single 49er Super Bowl MVP. Go.
Oh, Jesus.
It's easy. It's easy as hell.
Montana Rice Young?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
That's how easy that was. And Tony, by the way, that's back in the day when we used to go to Super Bowls and win them. See, we used to. Now we show up and we just get we lose them. Now we go and we lose. Yeah.
And also, Paulie, this is pre Santa Clara curse. That's all.
I'm telling you what, with this whole substation, dude, I got the substation blues. All right, Carlos De La Fuente. Hey, Carlos,
we gotta write a song about the substation blues. Dude.
It actually sounds like a Bob Dylan song. You know what I mean? Subterranean homesick blues. Mama's in the basement. I'm picking up medicine. We got to do something like that with the substation in mind. I don't have enough time right now. I'll get to it later. All right, Tony. Carlos De La Fuente. I've been trying to get there for half an hour now. For God's sakes, help me out. Carlos De La Fuente, we love you so much. That's why we're in the calculator. Carlos, listen, maybe I should call Carlos and be like, yo, Carlos, I need a loan so I can vandalize the substation. I got to buy some supplies. I need a ladder. I need some rope. I need a flamethrower. You know what I mean? Like, going to tear this thing down in the middle of the night. Carlos, you can guide me through all my financial decisions when I break the law. I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. Anyway, Carlos De La Fuente, listen, a lot like Tom Stack and Dr. Matt Young and Don Peralta and Neil Donardi. Tony said this earlier. We have great people on our side with the show, and it's never, ever lost on Tony and I, ever. Carlos has been there with us pretty much the entire time that we've been on the air, which is now, we just passed our 1 year anniversary, and Carlos came on board with us nice and early, and we appreciate that so much. And in return, I just want to tell you a little bit about what Carlos does. I know Tony has some stuff to share too, so I'll make mine brief. First of all, he's just a money guy. He's a lender. He's an advisor. He can be he's just a great asset to have in your corner for you, for your family. If you're single as an individual, he can help you. If you're a family, if you're trying to budget out like the next years ahead of you with like college tuitions and everything, and I totally get that. I'm still paying my last one off. It sucks. But Carlos is the guy who can kind of navigate those kind of tricky territories. And it is tricky. It does get tricky. Sometimes it gets downright stressful and scary. Like, how am I going to pay for these kids' private school? I don't know how I'm going to do this. How am I going to do this? Talk to Carlos about it. He'll have a million different ideas of how maybe it's a private money loan that's going to kind of resolve the problems you have right now if you are strapped for some cash. And again, if you're a homeowner, you probably have more options than you think you do. But this is why you got to talk to Carlos. Maybe pulling the HELOC loan is the right direction for you right now. Carlos De La Fuente, Flex Funding. He's got the answers to your financial questions. 925-250-4894. You can always email Carlos at myflexnow.com, Tony.
You said it's tricky, Paulie, and only because I know Carlos is a fan of 80s music. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
How is it? Tricky. Yeah.
It's one of the best hoods in the hood. Like history of hoods.
It's almost as good as the hood that we saw on Henderson when he's getting slapped in the face. Oh, that whole slap. Oh, the grunt, dude. It's all about the first grunt. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I will isolate that slap today. I promise.
Thank you. It's so good. It's so good.
It is so good, man.
Do it again, Joe. Do it again, Joe. Yelling at the guy. Yeah.
He said that wasn't enough. He said you can do whatever. He said you can do better, whatever.
As he's walking down the hall, he goes, "I want some blood in my mouth."
Yeah,
I want some blood in my mouth. Okay, yeah.
The freaking best. Carlos De La Fuente, man, you talked about personal loans because he's a one-stop shop. He can handle most type of loans, but also personal loans, $50,000 to $500,000. Okay, check him out, 925-250-4894. Also, Paulie talked about it. I talked about it. We like partnering with good people who like to take care of people, and that is Carlos De La Fuente. He will not stop until he knows that you are satisfied, until he knows that he is taking good care of you. And it comes within the reviews, okay? Let me read just a couple reviews to you, okay, Paulie?
Yeah.
This is from Corinne. She says, I am not one to write reviews, but I definitely needed to write this one. First off, I hit the jackpot when I met Carlos through the PMP Army. When I began discussions about a reverse mortgage, I could tell instantly I was working with the right person.
Nice.
Carlos is very knowledgeable. He listens to you, gives you all the best options, and explains things thoroughly. You are never rushed. He answers all of your questions and makes himself available as much as needed. I truly felt like I was his only client. He treated me like I was a family member, and that is definitely hard to find today. Terry and his staff were also A+++. If you're looking for any type of financial assistance, trust me, Carlos and his team are where it's at. Thank you, Carlos, and your team from the bottom of my heart. I will never forget what you have done for me. I mean, that's
and I
cool.
love that. I got to tell you what, I love that so much because not only is it genuine and heartfelt, I just love that Carlos is helping our friend Corinne. I love Corinne. Like, I really do. There's something about her. The whole PMP Familia thing, dude. Clients and sponsors helping the audience, like it brings me a lot of happiness. It really does.
Reciprocity, Polly. That's gonna be the
man.
word. And then this is from Martha. Another review from Martha. She says, "As a
last name Quinn, by any chance? Just checking. Is it Quinn?
No, it's not Martha Quinn. It's not Martha Stewart, and it's not from Martha's Vineyard, but it's from Martha.
Strong collection of Marthas. Tony, go ahead.
Totally. As she says, as a real estate agent, I had a great experience working with Carlos de la Fuente. He did an excellent job handling the loan, staying on top of timelines, communicated clearly, and helped ensure a smooth and successful closing. I truly appreciate his professionalism and would gladly work with him again." And that's from a real estate agent. So that's what I'm saying. Tom Stack and Carlos need to, get in touch with each other and work together. So anyways, the proof's in the pudding with the reviews, basically, is what I'm saying. So, and the proof's in the pudding is when you meet Carlos de la Fuente or when you give him a call and get the vibes from Carlos. 925-250-4894. Email Carlos as well, but we recommend the phone call. You can email him at carlos@myflexnow.com.
Yeah, and also when you call Carlos and talk about loans and your next financial move and all those decisions, make sure you ask him a couple of 49er questions because he'll go off. Carlos will go off. He's just like us. He loves the Niners, frustrated just like we are after all these playoff exits. We've been having way too many of them. And last word from Carlos today, Tony, he just posted while you were talking. He said, actually, guys, Corinne is one of my favorite clients in my 27 years in the business. See, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. She's just good people, man.
Well, Corinne's a paisan, man. She also likes Manhattan. Dude, Corinne, the day I met Corinne, she had a road Manhattan made for me in
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Tupperware that you saw in the 70s that I grew up with as a kid.
I'll tell you a true story. Here's a true Corinne story. This maybe a year or two ago. I'm at a gas station in I think I was in San Anselmo over there by Tony. If I were to drop, I think you know the territory because you used to go up to San Domenico all the time when you were a kid. Do you remember where the Red Hill Shopping Center is?
Yeah.
Okay, dude, I was over there one day. I was like getting some gas in my car. All of a sudden, this woman comes walking up to me. She's like, "Oh, Paulie Mack," and I turned around. It was Corinne, and I go, "Oh, Corinne, what's happening?" And she goes, "This is just speaks to her This is like her nature." She goes, "I know how much you love music. You're always talking about records and your vinyl and all stuff." She goes, "You need to come to my house and raid my record collection because I have a lot of old records I don't ever listen." And I was like, but that just tells you like how she's so generous and she's such a kind spirit.
Huge heart, man.
The freaking best. And I'm glad Carlos helped her out. That makes me happy on both levels. Okay, Tony.
More particles real quick. More particles. You know who lives right near the Red Hill Shopping Center is our guy, Bob Marcucci. So.
But not only that, a little bit further up the street, perhaps even a next door neighbor of Corinne. Let's not ever forget to pay respects to the tank top wearing hippie who plays a mean guitar, Barry Sless. If you drive to Fairfax right now, I'd say there's a 95% chance you'll see Barry Sless walking. Dude, he just walks the streets. Like when he's not gigging, he's just walking the streets with his guns blazing, dude. He was on stage at the Warfield the other night after the Bobby ceremony. Did you see him?
What a vibe. Yeah. Paulie and I were lucky enough to play with him. Just what
multiple times. It's unbelievable. You talk about elevating an entire band. You get Barry Sless up there. Now you're cooking with grease.
And the guy didn't even want to talk about what songs we were going to play. He's just like, I'll listen. I'll jump in.
Oh, he could have cared less. I was such a rookie at that point. I'm like, hey, Barry, I got Bertha and Masterpiece. I might do Dead Flowers. He's like, yeah, whatever. Just play whatever you want. I'll be there. I was like, I forgot I'm working with a world-class musician here. It's like, we're not used to that. Okay, Tony, final moments of the show. We are not going to have time to play right or wrong today, as much as that saddens me. Let me hear Pacino one more time from my head.
Right or wrong?
It's the whole thing. Right or wrong. Yeah.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, this freaking thing. I'm sending an email to Roadcaster.
Right or wrong?
Okay.
Hey, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, Dami, just side note, we might need to swap Roadcasters. Get yours to Tony and Tony's to you because this is getting crazy.
I want to send this thing back to Roadcaster because this is less than a year old. I shouldn't be having this problem. And I even rebooted it today. I restarted it, whatever. Here's the thing, dude. If I do a full reset of Roadcaster, I have to wipe everything off the Roadcaster.
I don't want you to do that. Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't want to get rid of this, Paulie. See, oh, there we go.
I know.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
See, Roadcaster, my life is cluttered right now because of the Roadcaster. Give me more Jerry. So, Paulie, go ahead. I apologize.
No, don't. You got nothing to apologize for. Tony, I was just going to say final moments of the show today so you can get to your doctor appointment. And I will say this, that final thought for the music assignment of tomorrow, if you're just joining us, Tony, there's no special guest sponsor tomorrow. So Tony and I just did this nice and easy for the NFC Championship. Obviously, you guys know me. I'm a longtime diehard Rams fan. Grew up with Rams ball from Pat Hayden to freaking Lawrence McCutcheon. I mean, when you look at me, you think Rams, dude. Oh, Paulie Mack, let's talk Rams. Like everybody wants to talk Rams. I'm kidding. But we're going to do songs either from Los Angeles bands, songs about Los Angeles, or Seattle. Pearl Jam, Nirvana, all that stuff, Hendrix, whatever you want to do, something from Seattle, something from Los Angeles, email one of each. That's it. We got to cap this at one each. Paulie'sPod@gmail.com. And then next week, Noemi Catalina herself, Lady Catalina, she's going to be our guest sponsor. But we should say this because I forgot to say this earlier. That is actually a gift from one of the other ladies of PMP, our very own Lily Merchant. Speaking about generous spirits, Lily Merchant stepped in and said, hey, I am going to gift a guest sponsorship to one of the ladies of PMP. So we spun the dial and Noemi's name came up. So I reached out to Noemi and I'm like, hey, you up for this? Maybe next Friday you represent Lily. And she was like, I'm in, mark me down. So tomorrow, LA, Los Angeles, Seattle, next week, Lady Catalina, and she will dictate the assignment. Tony, that's really all I have for today. I know we got to do Dr. Young, though, before you go.
Yeah, we got to do Dr. Young. And I also want to talk about tomorrow. We're going to have an experimental Friday. It's going to be experimental Friday. I know Rags likes to experiment. So it's an experimental Friday. We're going to try right or wrong. And we're also going to try our first ever live show poll. Okay. And we'll present the poll during the show. And what I want to know, and don't say now, we'll get the poll because I want to know the final results. Who's rooting for the Seahawks, who's rooting for the Rams, or who doesn't give a bleep. So,
I kind of am in that third category, actually. I hate these games. I really do.
Paulie, I don't want to take that as an option. I want to force people to choose. I want to force them to choose. If you had to choose, who are you rooting for? So that actually is just going to be two options. Rams or my Seahawks, my Sammy Darnold Seahawks. Okay. 12th man. I should get my 12th man jersey out tomorrow, probably, maybe.
You should. Yeah, you should hawk up. You should hawk up. I'll get my Rams out. I'll ram it up. Yeah. You hawk up. I'll ram up.
You ram.
I know it's the worst. It's our freaking nightmare is what it is. Two NFC West teams that we hate playing each other on Championship Sunday. It stinks. I hate it. Yeah,
it totally. But Paulie, it is a testament to what the Niners dealt with. Also, the best division in football.
And don't forget, like I said yesterday, and don't forget the Niners beat both those teams. They beat each one once. And we beat the Rams with Mac Jones, dude. Beat the Rams with Mac flipping Jones. Okay.
Yeah, no question, man. No question.
Yeah.
Gotta do. I was thinking about last night after the show how much I really do like Mac Jones, and I'm so glad.
I do too. That's why I don't want him going anywhere. I want him all to myself. Mac, you stay right here. Yeah,
dude. Robot Centaur, ram out, hawk up. All right, here we go. I'm hawking up. I got my second Pearl Jam hat on today. I'm giving the Seattle vibes. Let's go Pearl Jam. Paulie, before we wrap up the show and we give some love to Dr. Young, there's some fun birthdays today, right? And I really want to get into it. But did we give Kyle his flowers about being a finalist for the Coach of the Year? We ought to mention that too. Kyle Shanahan.
For sure. He's well worthy. He's well worthy of that, and I'm glad he's getting acknowledged. I don't want to be a party pooper. I do think probably Vrabel is going to win that award. I think even Sean Payton could wind up winning that award. He's had a hell of a year. Up in Denver, but Shanahan did a remarkable job this year. There's no question. I just don't think it was quite glamorous enough for the powers that be to vote him as a winner of that award, but I hope he gets some votes because he certainly earned it this year. He did a great job.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. Yeah. I don't know. With that many injuries, the fact that they ended up winning 13 games with that many injuries is just,
and beating the freaking Philly on their own field. That was huge. Yeah.
Incredible. And by the way, little Jay, I see out there on the chat, he says everything good with Tolbert, and I just wanted to, he's asking, so I wanted to address it. We talked about it earlier in the show. We dedicated the show today to Tommy, one of our favorite people on the planet. Tom is he's just not feeling well. And so he's been taking some time off to just recuperate and get better. So just send some good vibes up to Tommy.
Yeah, love you, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, we freaking love you, buddy. You just rest up and get well. That's all. We'll all be here. No one's going anywhere. You just get healthy. That's all.
Yeah, and also I see Patty from Napa saying, no, please, not Sean Payton. I couldn't agree more. I'm not a Sean Payton guy.
You know what the crazy thing about Sean Payton? I hate to do this. I got to tell you, though, I had a very positive experience with Sean Payton.
Better. That's better. That makes me feel better a little bit.
No, I really did. I swear to God. So he came on our show when we were up at Edgewood, the golf tournament a few years ago. Kind of unexpected. It was like an impromptu thing. We saw him walking around and we're like, hey, coach, you got a minute? And he had, I believe he had left New Orleans at this point. And he said, dude, he charmed the pants off us. I enjoyed talking to him very much. Just throwing that out.
The Robot Center, you stole my thought, man. I said, yes, dude. Yes, Mr. Bountygate himself.
I know. I know, man. I know. Believe me, I know all about it. But it was a good conversation. I enjoyed my time with him.
That makes me feel a little bit better that he has like a good, he's got some good vibes in him, So it's like a Kate Scott fan that Sirianni has treated her nothing but with kindness and respect. So but
are you still going through your final stuff here, T, or are you done with that?
I want to do birthdays. I want to do some birthdays.
Oh, birthdays. That's it. Okay, go for it. Go ahead.
Well, somebody also said to have Big Dom or Fat Dom be the new offensive coordinator for the Eagles just because they get along so well. So
right.
But dude, so these are some fun birthdays. First of all, a heavenly birthday to Michael Hutchence, remember the lead singer for NXS.
Would you be surprised if I told you I saw him live? I saw NXS live. Yeah. Hey, Rags.
Where and who? Like when?
I'll tell you how it happened right now in a quick 10-second thing. I don't want to get anybody in trouble back in New Jersey, so I'll try to disguise this as much as possible. Rags, do you remember that little period of time when I was dating I don't want to say a name on the air just in case somebody tries to sue me or something, but Rags, you remember when it was brief, dude. It was brief, but I did this. Do you remember when I was dating HH? Do you remember that? HH? Anyway, she was an NXS fan. And she was like, hey, I'm going to, you want to come see NXS with me at the Meadowlands? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I went and I saw NXS. Anyway, rest in peace, Michael Hutchence, Tony. I've seen him.
I believe it. By the way, I just went over to Instagram Live to check out who's watching over there. A couple of all-stars on the Instagram Live scene right now. RC Davis, by the way, who goes by the handle of Hot Plate.
Hey, Hot Plate. All you need to know is all of us here at the PMP show, we love Steve Kerr. That's all. Yes. We are not these guys. Oh, Kerr doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah. What the hell? The guy sucks. Not over here. We're big Kerr fans, and I don't know what's going on, but just know, RC, we got Kerr's back. We love the guy. Anyway,
love
just so
Steve Kerr, love Tim Roy, love RC Davis, love Tom Tolbert, love the whole Warriors scene over there. So keep doing what you're doing, RC. And he says he actually, remember we were talking about Midnight last night. He had a quote last night, Midnight Marauders from a Tribe Called Quest. Love you, RC. And then also our guy, Jake Montero, Paulie, checking
in. What about him? That's my favorite guy.
He's watching on Instagram Live, yeah.
By the way, the greatest line Jake Montero ever said, he was like one of our original art directors when we were first mapping out the show. A year before we went live, Jake sat in a few meetings with us, and he's got his own career going. He's doing great. But we love Jake. And I remember saying, we were like, hey, man, has anybody ever told you look a lot like John Mayer? Yeah. And he goes, no hesitation. He goes, yeah, people do say that, but the only thing is I'm a lot better looking than John Mayer. I'm like, I love this kid. I freaking love him. So anyway, great to see you, Jake. I'm glad you're in the house today, man.
Love it, man. Yeah, Jake, hope all is well, brother. A couple other birthdays, Paul. I'm going to end with the big one that involves Patty from Napa. Another heavenly birthday for Sam Cooke. Right. I love the voice of Sam Cooke.
Bruce Springsteen, big Sam Cooke fan. Sam Cooke fan. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Good call, Paulie.
Yeah.
Dude. DJ Jazzy Jeff's 61st birthday. That's for Los
I got news for you. I'll take DJ Jazzy Jeff over the Fresh Prince. I don't need the Fresh Prince, but I'll take Jazzy Jeff anytime.
I'm kind of done with the Fresh Prince.
Me too. Ever since the slap, leave Chris Rock alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah, come on. Don't have such tight cheeks.
His wife over there with the how dare he? The guy's a comedian. Relax. We're just riffing,
Yeah, exactly, man. Also, Steven Adler, GNR drummer,
Oh,
61
nice,
today.
dude, nice. You know what? I got news for you. The sound of Guns N' Roses changed when he left the band. He had a groove, dude. He had a real groove. To me, there's a big difference between like the records he played on and then this. And I like Guns N' Roses, but Steven Adler was a key component. I'm sorry he's not in the band anymore.
He was on Use Your Illusion, right?
No.
Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't.
And you can hear the difference. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the groove is so much stronger on Appetite for Destruction because of Steven Adler.
Appetite is one of the greatest albums ever made in our lifetime. Rock and roll albums, I should say. Paulie, also Linda Blair.
Yeah.
Okay. Your mother sucks bleeps in hell.
Oh boy, your mother's in here with us. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's with us, by the way. There's a few of them. Yeah, she's in here with us. Yeah.
How about this for a fact? She's 67 today, dude. How about that?
Is she? God bless her. There was a rumor going around back in the day. I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember hearing this more than once that Steven Tyler and Linda Blair had a little tryst together back in the day.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God, I mean, I just wouldn't doubt that at all. That's anyways, Linda Blair, 67, just for fun. I mean, why not? Oh, yeah, I could show some funny pictures of her. Okay, I can't. I don't have time. Paulie, Bill Bixby.
Nice.
Bixby.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry. That's all.
Wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah.
I grew up with the original Incredible Hulk show. I love it to this day. To this day, when Bill Bixby, the eyes go green, and then he becomes Lou Ferrigno.
The shirt rips, dude. The pants turn into shorts. Phenomenal.
And then you got the big puffy green wig. Like it's just gold.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Gold. And then Paulie, Caitlin Clark is 24 today. A big fan of Caitlin Clark.
I like watching her ball. I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too, man. She's the Steph Curry. She's the Steph Curry of the WNBA.
Yeah, she's fun to watch.
Super fun to watch. And finally, Paulie, I believe he's 77 years young today. Steve Perry, happy birthday.
Nice. Nice.
Perry. And if I can pull up something real quick, if you can just stand by for me. Steve Perry, it's his birthday today. And Patty sent these along, and these are
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, these are fun. These are fun just because it's who else has Steve Perry's freaking car?
I'll tell you, listen. Yeah, dude, look at that freaking thing. We auctioned off Steve Perry's car. It's incredible that we got like a relationship going with Steve Perry a few years ago, but we did. And he doesn't talk to anybody. Steve, I was so over the moon thrilled when he came on our show. We interviewed him a couple of times on the air on KMBR, and he developed a relationship with us, and he knew we were cool. So he was like, guys, I'm going to start selling off some of my stuff. And he auctioned off this car on the Murph and Mac show, and Patty won the auction. Freaking amazing. Yeah.
Can I be totally rude and say that the Murph's giving me a Harbaugh vibe right now in that photo?
Well, because of the khakis?
The khakis and the tuck in and
he's the tucker. Murph will tuck it in. He'll tuck it in. Yeah.
Dude, way to go, Murph. Him and Harbaugh. By the way, there's a great remember that guy Joey, the comedian Joey on social media, Paulie? I forget his handle, but he does a great Harbaugh interaction.
With
Mike McDaniel, because Mike McDaniel's now the offensive coordinator.
I know. We haven't even talked about that. I know. Yeah.
And he did a great where he's playing both roles, but he edited it where he does obviously both roles, and then they're talking to each other. And the way he imitates Harbaugh and the way he imitates Mike McDaniel it's gold. It's gold. So I got to find his name. I can't remember his name. The guy's name is Joey.
And I want to say, Patty, that's a nice picture. You look good right there.
Oh, and then there's one other one. Sorry, let me just where'd it go? Shoot.
Cool car. By the way, when one last thing about that car, because I remember very specifically that he said this. He said he used to drive from San Francisco to Los Angeles, and he would almost get into like a meditative state. And he said he wrote the song "Who's Crying Now" while he was in that car. Yeah,
dude, right on.
Yeah.
That's great. And then there's Patty in Steve Perry's jacket. So
another great picture of Patty. Patty's looking good. And dude, I love that you have his tails on. So freaking great.
Yeah.
I saw Journey in concert back in the 80s. They were freaking amazing, dude. They were a great live band. Steve Perry, Neil Sean, Ross Valerie, Steve Smith. I mean, those guys are world-class players. I still listen to some of that old Journey, dude. It's great stuff.
Oh, anyway, so good. So anyways, happy birthday, Steve Perry. Patty, thank you for sending those pictures in. And Joey Molinaro is the guy's name. Thank you, Don Peralta. Joey Molinaro. If you find him on social media, he does a great. Maybe we can show a clip of it tomorrow. He does a great back and forth with Jim
I don't know
Harbaugh.
anything about Joey Molinaro, but I do know a lot about Molinari's Deli on Columbus and Broadway. I got to tell everybody right now, if you're in San Francisco, you want to have a killer sandwich, go over to Molinari's. They got incredible prosciutto in there. And it reminds, I've said this a million times, when I go to Molinari's, it reminds me of being in New York City. It makes me feel like I'm in Little Italy. The whole vibe in there. Dude, the salamis are hanging from the ceiling. They got bread all over the place. All these Italian imports. I'm getting all worked up now. But anyway, Molinari's is great. Get on down there and enjoy.
Molinari's can't be beat. It's number one.
Tony, we got to do Dr. Young, and unless you want to be late for your appointment, you should probably get going pretty soon. So get us in the mouth, and then I'll get you out of here.
Get us in the mouth. Absolutely. Paulie, you're not going to like this, but I'm just going to take over the show for a second. Okay.
Go.
And I know we got to go because I got to go. I'm actually hurting.
I was trying to help you. I'm about to let go of the wheel, though, because I tried, and now it's like it's on you.
Okay, here it is. Here is this. This is this guy, Joey Molinaro. Okay. And he does Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel.
By the way, shout out to the architecture of the Chargers headquarters. Nice looking building. It looks like it's out of the Jetsons or something. Looks
totally
awesome.
Cool. So true. So true. But here we go. Stand by. Come on.
Yeah. The pants, shorts, what are they?
Well, they can be both. Sort of a high-end jogger.
Joggers, huh?
I call it one of my exotic staples. It's kind of my run game philosophy.
Like, be able to, run right at him, but maybe switch it up a little bit.
It's like,
get a little exotic.
do you like pizza?
Sure. Yeah, like all kinds of pizza.
So
Yeah,
it's like
it's good.
putting pineapple on pizza.
So there's a little bit, man. There's a little bit.
That's fantastic. His Harbaugh's money, dude. His freaking Harbaugh's money.
Isn't
So
that great?
you're running right at him. Yeah.
He'd be fun to get on the show, actually. Oh, anyway,
Reach out, get his ass.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to him. I love talking to comedy people. Okay, Tony, for the love of God and himself or herself or whatever you're worshiping today, I got to tell you about Young Dental. Jeez Louise. Dr. Matt Young, the official dentist of the PMP show and the official purveyor of the greatest dental service and greatest dental experience you will ever have. That's how confident I am with the work of Dr. Matt Young. I really believe that. If you go to Dr. Matt Young, you're never going back to your old dentist. You're never going to think about your old dentist. Make the switch today. I know a lot of you in the new year, you're trying to figure out your new health plan. Where do I go? Who's my guy? This is your guy right here, Dr. Matt freaking Young. info@youngdentalsf.com. Like our other sponsors, whether it's Tom Stack, whether it's Carlos De La Fuente, we're talking about 25 years of experience in the game Dr. Matt Young brings to the table. He is located in Union Square in San Francisco, 490 Post Street. I've known Matt. I've been a patient of Dr. Young for well over a decade. Tony is a newer patient. He had a great experience. Tony's entire family is going in. I know Escobar is either has seen him or is about to see him. I forget. But I know he's next. He's the next PMPer to go into the Dr. Matt Young office. And again, what does he do? Well, he offers comprehensive dental care across the board. You name it, he'll do it. Cleanings, fillings, implants, veneers, emergency care, orthodontics. Then, Tony, again, the implant procedures that he does, that is one of his specialties. He's the very best in the country at that, as he is the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. We like to have a lot of fun and talk about how handsome he is, which he is, by the way. But it's all professional when you get in the door. Believe me, he's going to calm your nerves. If you're uptight like me, going to the dentist, he will soothe you, calm you down. He'll provide you with whatever you need to get comfortable, whether it's a pair of headphones or any kind of relaxing agent. You just tell him what you need, and he's going to help you. He's going to help you relax, and then he'll go and do his work. For me, just so you guys don't feel bad about it, I'm the biggest chicken, fraidy cat, scaredy pants, uptight guy you're ever going to meet. That's why Dr. Young's like, Paulie, just chill, dude. Throw these shades. First of all, give me a pair of shades. Throw the shades on. Let me get the headphones. What do you want to listen to? I'm usually asking for Jagger. Don't know why, but I'm like, yeah, give me the Stones.
Nice.
Doing my Stones. And then he brought the tank out a couple times when he's doing like a root canal. I had the gas, which was very helpful for me. So don't be afraid to ask if you're having a procedure done, because he wants you to be comfortable. Some people like to be awake, talk to the guy the whole time while he's doing the work. And, I'm not like that. I just want to know when it's done. And he appreciates that. He respects that. So he accommodates me and my needs, and I know he'll do the same for you. So reach out today and book your appointment, 415-392-8611. Tony, hardcore Giant fan, loves his Buffalo Bills, San Francisco dad. His son is a baseball player at SI, which is pretty much Tony's resume too. So he fits right in with us. We love the guy. You should reach out to him, and you'll see why. Honestly, you'll see why we sing his praises as much as we do.
Yeah, baseball season for the WCAL is starting up pretty soon, by the way. Bonnie's Scarlet Fire's son's getting involved, and Dr. Young's son getting involved. Go Cats, get them Cats, go get them Cats. Also want to say a couple things about Dr. Young. I harp on the hours, but I need to reiterate. Weekdays, 6 days a week, open till 7 p.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go make a Saturday of it in San Francisco. Go to Dr. Young, then go carouse about the town. And then also, Paulie, he takes most insurances. Megan's insurance is this thing called Guardian. I've never even heard of it. And I asked Dr. Young, I said, she's got this Guardian insurance. And he goes, oh, no, we take it. We take it. Yeah. So they take most insurances. So if you think insurance is the roadblock for you with Dr. Young, it's not.
No.
Call Dr. Young, 415-392-8611, or email info@youngdentalsf.com. You won't regret it. Honestly, in the words of Mike Damone, you won't regret it. It's the best dental experience I've ever had. No, without question.
Me
Same
too.
with Megan. Megan said the same thing. And my kids, I mean, they have limited experience, but still, they really enjoyed going to him and the whole staff. So, again, we're big fans. And again, it's all about people who take care of people. Those are our partners. Dr. Young is a person who takes care of people. So, have at it. Give him a call, 415-392-8611P.
And thank you, Dr. Young, for all the support you've given the show. We love you, man. And I will see you soon. Okay, Tony, I'll keep going unless you want to go. Because at this point now, I'm giving up. I tried to get you out the door. We keep going. So I'm going to let you call it. We can play the game if you want to.
No. I got to go. But on the way out, we'll do this on the way out because we started this on the show. And I apologize. I only had I've been trying to get in for this second appointment. And they're like, all the appointments were not feasible for the show, so this is the only one that was like even somewhat feasible.
Yeah, go, dude. You got to go. I told you. Yeah, let's get you out there.
But on the way out, we'll just show this one more time because we started this at the beginning of the show, and those who joined the show late, we got to show our main man.
Oh, hell yeah, good. Perfect way to end the show. Back it up.
How Paulie found this and put in bookmarks, and I said, because the shot's going to hurt today that I'm getting, shingles shot number 2, and I said, if they could just slap me in the face while they're giving me the shot, I prefer that, so the face hurts more than the shot. And then Paulie said, Tony, throw up my guy Henderson getting slapped. So here we go. Stand by, y'all.
Oh, Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe. Thank you, baby. Thank you. You making blood come from my damn mouth. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You got to make blood come to the mouth. You can't just smack me and don't hit me hard. That bullshit. When you hit a motherfucker, you hit that motherfucker. Let's kick their ass, motherfucker. Kick their ass.
Jesus. Could you?
Oh, Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
First of all, could you imagine lining up across from this guy? I'd be like, bro, have at it. Come on in. Get my quarterback. I don't want any part of this, bro. These guys are next level nuts, dude. That ain't good enough, Joe. I want some blood in my mouth. Yeah.
I can't get enough of that clip, man. I'm going to put the slap sound effect in the soundboard, so we'll be good to go. And Paulie, just thanks again to all of our sponsors and our new sponsor, new partner, Tom Stack and Tom Stack Realty. So we're stoked to have Tom on board. And tomorrow, high noon, Pete. So we can wrap it up.
Okay, thank you, Tom Stack. Thank you, Carlos De La Fuente at Flex Funding. And, of course, thank you, Dr. Matt Young and the Young Dental Group. While we're thanking people, thank you, Crown 4. We love being part of the Crown 4 family. Thank you, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching the show. Just know that we appreciate the support. We love you. And thanks for stopping by today. We'll do it again tomorrow. We got our high noon show coming at you. We got the music assignment. We will set up the championship games in the NFL, review the Warrior game tonight down in Dallas. And everybody have a great Thursday, man. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, y'all. Tony, do your thing.
Or wrong.
One more time.
Or wrong.
There we go. And then we got
business hours are over, baby. It's business time. Class dismissed.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Big T. Good luck at the doctor. Get a good slap in the face, and I'll talk to you a little bit later on today. For the rest of the PNP familia, you guys have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow for high noon. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all.